Hey everyone, welcome to another belated end of the year video. This time, top 5 best EPs of 2019. Now, the only ground rule is something that has to do with mini albums. For those of you that don't know, mini albums are this weird Japan thing where it's in between an EP and an album, and I've covered some in the past. I'm going to be covering ones that lean more towards EP here. With that being said, we have some honorable mentions before we get into the list. The first honorable mention is BAND-MAIKO by BAND-MAIKO, a really solid band-made covers album, and the traditional Japanese instrumentation is great. Second honorable mention is ROM by Mildrage. Really strong metalcore output. The vocal duo really steals the show on this one, and they have a strong call and response tag team. Meg herself is pulled in front and center, and she really does pull it off. And there is some pretty good guitar work on this one too. The final honorable mention is Kidoraku by Dimlim. This is an excellent middle child of Chidora and Music. The a cappella arrangements of Aju ni Tutsi and Vanitas are really unsettling. The fuzzy mix is probably the only weak point of the album. Definitely does have a low production value. It was an exclusive EP, and it had a limited pressing too, I believe. However, if you are able to hear it, I would say give it a shot. It is definitely worth searching for. We start out with number 5, Human Error by Ghostemane. Now, Ghostemane had 3 different EPs this year, and Human Error was by far the best. Aside from the signature versatile range of Ghostemane has, from its high-pitched verses to his growls to his fry vocals here, there is some good atmosphere on the beats here. They almost have like a small industrial noise to them, aside from the distorted beats. In terms of that soul trap metal or scream rap, whatever you want to label it, Ghostemane is definitely someone to check out if you're curious about that style. Number 4 is Dadaism number 5 by Dadaroma. It is a pretty strong rock opera. The band successfully pushes their sound in a bit of a new direction, and the symphonic elements that have kind of always been with the band is really strong here as well. Number 3, Civilisation by Kero Bonito. It's Kero Bonito. What else is there to say? The songs have the cute sound the band is known for, and there's some nice 8-bit synths, but it's also successfully laced with darker environmental and slightly political undertones. Special shout out to Battle Lines, which has an effective loud drop. And the runner-up at number 2 is Headless Goddess by Fate Gear. An album as metal and as majestic as its title. This is strong symphonic metal throughout. The keys and the guitar work is strong, and the keys are worked in well. There's a good bass line throughout, and some outright good slaps here and there. The vocal performance is strong, like really strong and really damn good. So if you're a fan of like the symphonic stuff or more into older metal, I'd say definitely give this a listen. You will not regret it. Nocturnal Bloodlust is the number 1 best EP of 2019. This is a great comeback album, or would have been had their new guitars not been arrested for smoking pot. However, regardless, this is some great deathcore, as well as a bit of a new metal inspired flair, from the unapologetic diss track Thank You to the haunting and eerie Satanic Corner, to just the outright rocking Showtime Janai. Macho of the World has a really good guitar line too, and Showtime has some great new metal riffs. I'm even reminded of the new metal era of Visual K with bands like Death Gaze with that particular track, and even with the circumstances where you could argue the album has kind of been irrelevant shortly after due to what I mentioned earlier. Even with that in consideration, it just didn't feel right with giving any other album this spot on the list. This album was one that deserved to be number one, and no circumstances were going to change that. So that is why Unleashed by Nocturnal Bloodlust is the best EP of 2019, in my opinion. What were your favorite EPs of 2019? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you thought of these albums. If you have checked them out, let me know in the comments down below as well. I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope you all have a great day.